Hi folks, welcome back. So in the MCP world, things are changing so fast. So few days back, we learned about the SSE or the server sent events, but pretty soon that technology or that transport mechanism will be deprecated or will become legacy soon. So what is it replaced by? So it is getting replaced by Streamable HTTP. So what is Streamable HTTP? So Streamable HTTP is the modern remote transport mechanism for MCP, which is introduced in protocol's March 2025 update. So it is that recent. It replaces the older two endpoint SSE based approach. So with SSE, we were saying that we had a two endpoint based approach. Now it gets replaced with a simpler single endpoint design that combines the request and response streams over the standard HTTP, right? So how Streamable HTTP works is it uses a single HTTP endpoint to handle both the HTTP post and HTTP get. The client sends the JSON RPC request or batches via the post, indicating support for application and event stream in the accept header. So if the server supports streaming or needs to send notification or request back, it responds to the GET request using the server sent events over that same endpoint. So what we want to say here is it is using the same endpoint as compared to the SSE. So when we say it is a standardized protocol, it is a unified protocol, defined transport using HTTP post and GET with JSON RPC and optional SSE support. It does provide secure exchange because you have built-in HTTP security practices, origin validation, coarse authentication headers, which ensures protected client-server messages. So it enables protected two-way data flow, maintaining privacy while facilitating powerful integration. And it does have real-time capabilities, yes. So it enables real-time bidirectional streaming. It's very important. It is helping you to have the bidirectional streaming via the server sent events on the same endpoint. So the key thing to note here is it is the same endpoint. And where you would normally use HTTP or Streamable HTTP is, you can think about it where your MCP server is running on a virtual machine. Probably you have a cloud, and inside a cloud VM, you're running your HTTP, you're running your MCP server. And now from your client, you need to connect to that HTTP endpoint. So this is where you will use the transport mechanism of Streamable HTTP. And don't worry, pretty soon I'll be coming up with demos on that, how you will actually run actually a server, an MCP server inside the cloud or on a virtual machine, and you can connect to that from your client using Streamable HTTP. And it does provide universal compatibility. So it works as plain HTTP, making it compatible with existing middleware, because everybody understands, or all, if you look at your tech stack, they understand the HTTP protocol, right? So it works as a plain HTTP, making it compatible with existing middleware, infrastructure, and stateless serverless platforms. So this is why it can work with various AI applications. It can function in chatbots, IDE assistants, and many more. So I think you've got a good understanding that probably the way forward is the Streamable HTTP instead of the server sent events. Thanks for watching.